Welcome back to the start of Season 3 of the Stanford Cardinal Dynasty, where, as is tradition, Week 0, we are on the road in Hawaii, set to get the next season underway. Now, this is a team coming off a strong appearance last year, going 6-7, their first season going above 6 wins since 2018. That was also the last time that they made it to a bowl game. We're coming off a bowl game loss to the Missouri Tigers in the Independence Bowl. In addition, we also saw a lot of guys end up leaving. Your new starting quarterback is Elijah Brown, though don't be too surprised if you see a little bit of Montrell Avant subbing in run situations. The running game will be a 3-headed attack. Irvin Parrish, back from last year, redshirt freshman Montrell Dog joining that group, providing some power. At receiver for the second time, A.O. Manor has left. Borden takes over wide receiver 1, and Tiger Bachmeier being receiver 2. One of the number updates heading into this year is Tiger Bachmeier will be wearing 15. Helping out that receiver group, you have sophomore Bryce Haddad and true freshman Ed Keenan. At tight end, Kevin Buck has overtaken McCoy as the starting tight end. McCoy will still hold that second spot over Chico Holt. As for the offensive line, the group in general has seen a lot of improvement and expect a shaken up look this year. For the defensive line, Tafiti leads that group, the redshirt senior. On the opposite side, new starter here in redshirt sophomore Joe Nelson, though don't be surprised if you see a little bit of Sony Fotu as well as Najee Cook. DT-wise, you got Howerton and Ume returning from last year, as well as 5-star in Keontae Cantwell out of Hillsdale, New Jersey, joining that group. The linebacker core is going to be pretty young. Going to see a lot of Richardson, a little bit of Roseboom. We saw the hitting power he had last year. Got to keep that out there. But your new star here on defense, true sophomore, 87 overall, Rico Cote. But he's not the only young star with a big rise. Antonio Asher has taken over as quarterback 1. He was a red shirt last year, ready to take over for Colin Wright. Frausto Ramos will continue to be cornerback 2, and Aaron Morris will be playing in the slot. Your safeties return as well from last year in Jalen Day-Sumlin, getting the start here at free. At strong, you have Donald Camp, the second player who is having a number change. Went from 48 to 18. Overall, this is a roster that has seen a lot of development, and no longer is it going to be allowing poor performances to continue out there. Coach Barrington made that clear this year. If you do not perform, you are getting subbed out, as we have plenty of talent. As for Hawaii, a few guys to keep an eye out on. Alex Perry, the redshirt senior at receiver, the highest overall on this team, followed by just 4 more players in those 80s. You have a free safety here in Matthew Sherrills, offensive lineman in Lewis Burr and Zach Sawyer, and then their running back in Ladarius Davidson. Let's get the Season 3 underway, and we are off. Big boot. We got Joshua set back to return. He'll take the knee in the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The 25 for the offense to start. Cedric Irvin, the senior, returning from last year. Heading into this year, Coach Barrington made it clear he wanted to get the running game involved. And that is where they start off, as they actually hand the ball off to Parrish. He's going to pick up about a gain of 15. Ends up getting a little upended there. Nice gain. Elijah Brown, the new quarterback here. See how the offense changes with him, as it's the freshman in Keenan. You might have had a little bit more there. Got bumped by Bachmeier. But I expect overall the offense to roll out the gate similar to last season. From there, we'll see what changes end up being made, as Buck can't squeeze it. Brown was under pressure, put a good throw out there. Parrish on second down, short gain. Looked like starting right guard Pale just whiffed on his block, so a spread look here, 3rd and 9, as no tight end out there, just 4 receivers. And he'll look for the freshman That ball must have got tipped at the line because it came up about 40 yards short because number 40 picked it off. Really unfortunate way for that drive to come to an end. And as the offense was heading off the field, Brown looked to be grabbing at his ribs. We'll see if that is something that lingers for the starting quarterback here at the Cardinal, but their defense heading on out as the Warriors start with a run and a tackle there from the new starter at end. We saw Nelson get some playing time towards the end of last season, getting involved early, as well as Rico Cote. And it's a 3rd and 5 here for the Rainbow Warriors. Setting up the blitz, it's picked up well. They'll find an open target across the middle then, getting him just by the midfield line. A little bit of some play action, dropping back into coverage, biting hard on the run fake. Richardson not able to get back there in time. Rainbow Warriors driving inside their own red zone, trying to find some points off the turnover. Getting to the outside, Camp meets them. That'll go as a loss of 3. As with 2nd and 13, they come out with a spread look. Trips go to the right-hand side, going back to the run game, slipping the tackle to Nelson. Richardson there to clean up. Now you got the Cardinal defense trying to hold the Rainbow Warriors to a field goal attempt. A 3rd and 11. They get pressure, setting up the wide receiver screen. Ball ends up hitting the turf, and it'll be a field goal attempt perfectly down the middle. Ivy finds 3 points, capitalizing again off that interception from Brown. And speaking of Brown, he is out there to start the Cardinals' next drive, so whatever shaken up effect he had on that interception, he seems to have shaken it off. Yet again, Cardinals start with a run. Gain of 4. As they look to get Borden to the outside, it's a high pass and tipped away. Good tight coverage there from the corner, leaving the Cardinal with a 3rd and 6. It's a tight set here as they'll look to find a quick pass. It's Haddad who gets the grab for the first. He had a pretty big freshman season. Look for him to take a new role this year as Buck has dropped 2 passes. Not really the start they were looking for from their new tight end 1. Looking for Borden on the outside. Comeback grab. Now Brown does have a stronger arm than we were used to with Ashton Daniels. Accuracy is sitting in about the same spot. He flips the play here. We send 2 over to the right-hand side. As they look to maybe set up a dad. No, they go Buck. He holds on to this one, turning down the sideline and powering through the 20-yard line. Good set of passing plays. Have them set up. Now they go with a run as Irvin finds a lane and picking up, no, not picking up the first. Refs actually mark him down millimeters shy of that first down marker. With the final play here of the first quarter, it's Montreal Dog checking in, and he will get the first, sending us into the second. Overall, a pretty clean first quarter there, just the one mistake from Brown. Rainbow Warriors capitalize on it, and that is why they're in front by that field goal, and then throwing it off the chest of 95. So with 2nd and goal, we see the redshirt freshman Avant checking out here. Let's see what he has in store as he ends up keeping the read option. Maybe a loss of 1. With 3rd and goal, Brown checks back in at quarterback with a tight shotgun set. They've got Bachmeier, but the pass was behind. An ultimately promising drive there stalls out. Etienne, the kicker, coming on out here, and he sneaks that one in the upright. It definitely was not his best kick. You can see a little bit of look of disappointment on his face, but it does tie this one up 3-3. The special teams unit makes a great stop on the kickoff as they're starting inside their own 15, getting just by the 15 on the first down run. The Warriors did put together a really good first drive. See if they're able to redo that. Did start in better field position as they go back to the run. Davidson with 3. So far, they seem to be a little bit more focused on that run. Again, we already talked about their running back being one of their highest overall guys. So the quarterback scrambles here, and he's got the first. Zemba just knew exactly when to tuck it. Working out well there for the Rainbow Warriors. They got a fresh set of downs here. As they set up a levels play. Bad tackle attempt from Asher. Sumlin gets slipped once, twice. Frausto Ramos comes across the field to finally drag him down. Not the best first impression there for that redshirt freshman in Asher. Though we got a long season ahead of us, I'm sure plenty of time for him to make some big plays. As Davidson, he slips one. He's going to gain about 2 to 3. Probably should have been a loss of about that same amount. They got a 2nd and 7 at the 15. 2 good drives driving down the field and finding the end zone here. The run game put in work on that drive. And once again, Hawaii Rainbow Warriors take the lead. Both sides seemingly needing to shake off the rust. Starting at the 25, look for a touchdown drive here, just to gain a 2 to start. So far, the Cardinal offense playing that quick game. See if they look to find a little bit more developing routes, as they had Borden. They did not have enough time to throw it, so 3rd and 8. Bunch go to the right-hand side, Borden lone to the left. It's a hard count there from Brown, no one jumps. And he'll look to step up and run here, picking up that first down. We talked about Brown having the stronger arm in comparison to the former quarterback in Ashton Daniels. The speed, however, is not comparable. As Parrish tries to show his speed here, spins off of 1, picks up a gain of 6. Really trying to utilize all available offensive weapons has been this Cardinals team the last couple of years, as good cutback there from Brown. Gets the first down in the plus territory. Also going to give a little shout out there to Parrish, who got the block. Brown now trying to look for a deeper shot. We'll actually check this one down to Buck. That'll give both teams a little bit of a breather. 2-minute warning, a 2nd and 6 to follow. As they look to go Buck's way again, he's got the first down and more inside the 30. Out at the 28. Kind of continuing in the same steps as McCoy from last year, just trying to find those quick drag routes. Across the middle, Borden gets the grab. Tight coverage. Not able to knock it away was the linebacker. With about 1:50 and counting, Cardinal inside the 10, looking for the first touchdown on the season. As Brown, he's just going to step up, get back to that line. Not exactly opening up here for the Cardinal in the red zone. As they look for Keenan, he finds a lane, he slips one and does find the end zone. The true freshman disappears on the celebration. All right then, I guess with how he disappeared from the defenders, makes sense. So with 1:23, we got yet again a tied ball game here, 10-10. 3 timeouts still for both sides as they look to set up that wide receiver screen. They do find it for the first down. Cardinal defense definitely a little bit slow off the blocks here today. Expect them to pick up the pace as the season moves along, as they're sorting out a couple new starting spots. And a lot of time to throw the ball. He finds his target, 86 to the 40. Timeout called there. 35 seconds left. They've still got about 60 yards to go to the end zone, as they let everything develop. Check down denied Richardson. So with a 3rd and 1, they come out 2 receivers to the right-hand side. They find the slant. Once again, Asher gets beat. He's in pursuit, dives, comes up empty. That is 2 bad plays from Asher. 1 a touchdown to Perry here, had a bad one the previous drive. And with about 20 seconds left for the Cardinal, they go down before halftime. This really puts Elijah Brown in his first big spot of the season. Want to try to find a way to answer with 3 timeouts, 23 seconds. That's a lot of time here in college football. As they're going up for Borden, and he can't hold it. It was actually a really good toss there from Elijah Brown. 17 seconds left. That play took 6 seconds with nothing to gain from it. Though they've got Keenan here, that ball is a little low. So 3rd and 10, they go spread wide. Trips go to the right, 2 to the left, including Parrish. As Brown waiting for things to develop, and looked like he was trying to set it up to Borden. And that should be half. Out the gate, we are seeing a lot of good signs, but those signs are getting greatly overshadowed by just what looks to be rust. Sorting things out, a couple new starters out there in their first game have made some mistakes. Expect Coach Bearington to have that sorted after halftime. Who doesn't have to get things sorted is the Rainbow Warrior offense. They have been phenomenal to start this game. Several long drives that have just worked to perfection for them, getting touchdowns and field goals, getting the first down on play 1. Moore's reach for the ankles came up a little bit short on the initial tackle, as that ball came up a little bit short on the throw. We also haven't seen really any pass rush here for the Cardinal offense, as Tafiti has been blocked up well, probably their best sack guy from last year who returns. Zambia has just been able to sit back in that pocket and find an open receiver, normally on some crossing routes. They do go with a handoff here. Davidson finding some space and picking up about 8. Cardinal defense simply just have to find a way to start winning some of these first and second downs. 2nd and 3. They go with a delayed handoff. Richardson there slows him down, but he's given the first. It was definitely a close play, whether it was a first down or not. They do give it to him at the 47. Looking to go with a pass to the outside. Perry with the grab and another first down. Warriors are marching here to open up the second half, already up a touchdown. Looking to continue passing the ball here, or he'll look to scramble with a bunch of green grass. He slides down with about a gain of 15, already down to the 24. They started this drive around their own 18. Continuing to pass the ball here. There's a little bit of pressure. Ume. Not a sack, but no yardage gained on a first down. Well, that is pretty new at definitely this drive. As they look to go with a run to follow. Here comes Rico Cote. We'll toss him down. That will leave them still needing 3 here on 3rd. It's a heavy set initially, though they continue passing the ball. Perry gets to it, and he's got his 2nd touchdown of the game. Whatever adjustments may or may not have happened at half, he didn't see anything different on that drive. With that score for the Rainbow Warriors, that means Cardinal offense, they've got to get a touchdown this drive. As they start with Irvin, he's down the middle, picking up a big gain to the 43. Will just be 2 yards shy of a 20-yard rush. With a 1st and 10, it's Montreal Dog checking in as he goes with a stretch. He lowers the boom on the linebacker. Make that a 2nd and 6 then. Big rush. As now they'll look for an empty set throw. Brown, he's scrambling a little bit more in this game than I think we all expected. Before the Cardinal offense, they just got to find whatever way they can to move that ball. Having to keep up with the Rainbow Warriors in this one. As good cutback from Parrish. He's trying to bounce it all the way to the outside. Eventually, they push him out at the 23. Good rush there from Parrish. Trips go to the left-hand side here. Haddad alone to that right-hand side. As, once again, Brown, he's looking to scramble here. Picks up a good block, but he can't stay in bounds. He's definitely moving around back there like he's got an extra level of speed. With a 2nd and 3, makes a change at the line here. Going back to Irvin, following those guards. So far, this has been a big drive for the Cardinal offense. Just got to polish it off. As Brown continually making changes at that line. Good to see from a new starting quarterback. Montreal Dog with the speed. Couldn't find the pylon. But he does get him down to the half-inch line. As Irvin back in at running back with his first touchdown of the season. Great answer there from the Cardinal offense, who struggled to score in the 3rd quarter last year. That time they ran that drive to perfection. But ultimately, where this team is still looking for something good is on the defensive side. Starting with a delayed handoff, slipping the tackle of Rico Cote. Ends up being a great run to end the 3rd quarter. So as we head on into the 4th quarter, do or die time here. It's a 2nd and 2 for the Warrior offense. As they hand it off and getting chopped out, Cote back again. When you've got to find the plays, you got to have your high-end guys make them. Close play here. Rainbow Warriors got the first down. They've gotten every single call so far on those really close ones. Our defense just has to do a better job of not leaving them close. As taking his time, trying to find somewhere to go, he throws, tipped away Richardson. Could have been a pick. He's one of the new starters, maybe not quite ready yet. But that was nearly the big play the Cardinal offense needed. With a 2nd and 10, they'll look to air out the ball, and a sack down the middle is Howerton. First of the season. It'll set up a 3rd and 18. Defense has to get off the field here. Time to throw. Tafiti gets their last second. Defense will get their first punt, I think, of the game. And following a good run back on the punt, starting in plus territory. Got to go down the field, tie this game up. They start with Parrish. He's going to burst into the outside, picking up the first down out at about the 33. Really good start to the drive there. 1st and 10, going spread empty. Brown, he's looking to bounce quickly, getting back to the line. He doesn't quite seem to be trusting the offensive line to hold up that long. There's reason for it. 2nd and 10. Keeping with the spread empty. He's going to Buck on the drag. Who's going to turn up, get the first down, and get chopped out as he gets out of the 18. We've seen a fair few big hits in this one. Inside the red zone yet again for the Cardinal. As they go across the middle, flag down in the backfield. The catch did go to about the 10, but it looks like this one is coming back. They get the sophomore center in Roth with the holding call. So 1st and 20. Trips go to the left to Dadlone to the right-hand side. And pressure down the middle, though. Evading it is Brown. He's going to pick up some of that lost yardage. And he's also taken a beating out there in this one. Lions got to keep him clean. Pass across the middle is Haddad. He's going to make it a manageable 3rd down here. And they'll bring out one of the tight ends for it. They got Buck to that right-hand side with Keenan. 2 go to the left-hand side. Haven't seen much from Bachmeier in this one, though they go his way here, and he's got the angle and the tie game. Tiger Bachmeier might be his first catch of the season, is a touchdown. So with 3:24 left here in week 0, can our defense get another stop? Got to at least hold them to no points here. Give our offense an opportunity to find a winner. With a 2nd and 7, really, it could go anywhere. As they do go with an RPO, looked like they had a blocker about 5-6 yards downfield, so that one's coming back. Always love to see the tenacity, though, of the O-line getting downfield, but in certain situations, certain play calls, you just can't have that. As they swing it out, good tackle there from Camp. And now again, you're in a spot where you got to get off the field here, approaching the 2-minute warning. They will look for a throw. Finding it, but jarred free Richardson. They will punt away. As the 2-minute warning has arrived, we start our drive just shy of the midfield line. Bunch go to the right-hand side, Borden to the left. Haven't gotten any big plays his way yet in this one. As Brown, he's going to scramble a lot of green grass, getting down safely. He's really provided a whole new aspect to the offense that many weren't expecting would be there this year. As Irvin, he finds a lane, he busts through it. He's got another 1st down just outside the 25. Every running back getting well involved in this one. We've got 2 of them in the backfield here as we're approaching the 1.5-minute mark. This is for Parrish. Takes it down the middle for 3. They don't need a touchdown. Field goal works just fine for the winner. We'll see what Coach ends up looking for as they do find the drag. Borden gets the catch and gets the first. Rainbow Warriors taking their timeouts as well. Keeping with that split backfield here for Brown. Maybe just a bit extra for blocking, and he might have had a touchdown there. Unfortunately, just couldn't get it to Parrish in time. Though making a change at the line here, didn't like the initial setup, so they change it. Brown taking his time pre-snap. They hand this one off. Parrish rumbling. He'll pick up about 5. Or refs mark it actually gain of 4. So 3rd and 6. 1 timeout remain for the Rainbow Warriors. 1st down here could be crucial. And they've got a lane. They've got Borden. But he drops it. You hold on to that one. You have a pretty easy path to victory. Instead, ETN comes out here. 4th and 6. A timeout remains for the Rainbow Warriors, as they will need it. ETN puts us up by a field goal. But they will be 86 yards away from the end zone to start their hopeful last drive. As they go, Perry, he's had 2 touchdowns on the day, just picks up about 3 yards. Not exactly the start you expect. They clock it. 3rd and 6, obviously 4-down territory. Just due to where we are in the game. 44 seconds left. They are down by 3. They go 2 spread either side. Quick throw, nearly picked off by Frausto Ramos. But he does make it 4th and game. They motion the receiver over to the left-hand side. No, back over to the right. Tried to see if we were in man coverage. We were not, but they still find their pass. 38 with a big one. Final timeout called there. That catch keeps their hopes alive. Still an opportunity here if they can make some big plays, and dropped. That one definitely not one of the big plays for them. Big for us. DeFeety gets a little rush, pass to the outside, and Asher gives up another grab. What a catch, 38. But Coach Barrington doesn't agree. He throws a challenge flag here. He thinks that player's foot was out. Hard to tell from that angle. If that first foot was not out of bounds, it's definitely an NFL catch. And the call is confirmed. Big grab there, 38. Plus he gets out of bounds with 28 seconds left. Just got to keep him out of the end zone. Keep everything in front of us. DeFeety gets the sack. He really just got stuck into the run game last year. We need him to come through with a big sack season this year as they clock it into the turf. 14 seconds left here. Week 0. 27-24. They need a touchdown to win regulation. Field goal to send it to OT. He throws it away. DeFeety was back with more pressure on that one. 4th and game yet again. As he's rolling to the left-hand side. Nelson in pursuit. And a flag comes down. Unsure why he threw it past the line. We can decline. That is your game. A Cardinal pick up a win week 0, though you gotta be honest, did not expect this to still be as close of a game as it was. Team played a lot better in the second half. Your player of the game is Elijah Brown, 163 passing, not showing the rushing stats, but he really did carry this offense. Gotta give credit, though, to the Warriors. They kept fighting throughout that game. Their defense made some big plays. Their offense very much looked promising. But for us, we open up Season 3, 1-0. And your player of the week for the Pac-12, probably because we were the only team that actually played, was Donald Camp with 4 tackles, and he did have a pick that was right before halftime. And your Pac-12 offensive player of the week was Elijah Brown, 163, 2 touchdowns, did have that pick, not showing again all of the rushing yards for him. So as they continue to not show it, I will. You could tack on an additional 57 yards for him. Overall, the rushing game actually was really good. We talked about that opening snap. We wanted the rushing game to be a lot more important for us this year. Parrish, he averaged 7.8. Same for Irvin. Dog with 5.3, but with the power back, yeah, that's fine by me. You mixed in a little bit of Elijah Brown there running. All ends up working out really well for us. Would like to see maybe a little bit more here from our main receivers. Borden had several drops in this one. It only counts 1 for him, but I do remember a couple being dropped, whether they counted as dropped or not because it was broken up. Either way, Borden should have made the play. Buck had a couple drops, but we get a nice mix from the other guys here. Keenan and Haddad. Bachmeier again only had that 1 grab, but it was a very important touchdown. And if I'm to put anything else here on us, I would like a little bit more consistency from that defensive line group. Only 3 TFLs in this game. Against Hawaii, we should have more. We did have the 2 sacks. Those were late. We didn't have really anything from that line show up until the 4th quarter. So if anything, just proved we had better stamina. But a win is a win, and for our recruits, that is important. Let's do a quick update here, as we only saw a brief preview of this at the end of last episode. We've got several 5-star guys here, and we are top of the list for all of them. Going into this year, I want to focus on cornerback depth, a little bit of help at receiver, and if we could find a really good running back as well, that's kind of the game plan. We are always going to look at quarterback. We are on top here for Chong. You know, it's a small lead. No one else really going after him, but he doesn't appear to be someone I'm dramatically looking to go at. He is listed as a bust. He has good speed with some pretty good accuracies and throw power. So if we do get him, all the better, but I'm not going to focus on quarterback. We are trying to focus a little bit more on running back, and we have a really good option here in Larry Sulai. Maybe, at least, can always correct me on these pronunciations. But he is listed as a power back, but he's coming in with 92 speed, 90 acceleration. He's got 84 break tackle, 88 trucking, with some good carry rating. Overall, he should be a very good balanced looking running back. We do have a few receivers on the board here. Again, we are in first for most of them. We do have a good battle here with Arizona as well as USC and UCLA. At tight end, we are looking at one in Daryl Mines. He's another 4-star. Getting to the offensive line at tackle, we have Kona Osgood first for him. At guard, we got 2 players in Christian Cisco as well as Enrique Heath, both of which are 5-stars and both of which we are in first. Defensive line wise, we got a 4-star here in Alex Camarda, a tight battle out the gate with Oregon. He is from Walla Walla, Washington. We are in first, but again, it is very, very close. We are also trying to focus in on linebackers to just build some more depth there. We do have a lot of young guys starting, but a lot of the backups are junior, so just looking for the future. We do have a 5-star here in Kiki. Still need to look up that last name. He's out of Honolulu, Hawaii. First place for him, a run stopper. We also have Cassius Rowe, 4-star. The rest of these guys, all 4-stars. Deshaun Kamara, Clarence Rich, Damian Hamrick, and Afa Ivy. Now, there is good battles for pretty much every single one of these linebackers, and where they play do range. We have some pass rushers, some pass coverage guys, as well as some true run stoppers. Also have 3 more guys here at linebacker. James Tuttle, though, he is favoring Boise State. He is from Rancho Santa Margarita, California. That is a very long name. Oscar Coley is favoring us, as well as Darren Sr. And he probably most important for us to bring in, as he is another 5-star. To the cornerback group, we have a 5-star and a 4-star Alex Marcook. Maybe that name might get me in trouble here on YouTube, but we do have a good lead for him. We have Samoa Pua, who is from Clovis, California. Lead for him as well over Boise State. And then we wrap up with Fatele Maz, or Maze. I don't know with some of these. They could always move around. Out of Miami, Florida. He's a punter we're looking to bring in. Out the gate, though, he's keeping his options open. But with a win in week 0 and a strong start to our recruiting class, this is shaping up to be a great start for season 3. Make sure you do not miss next time as we welcome in 23 ranked Liberty, who did, I believe, either just make it into the playoffs in last season or was just on the outside looking. And either way, they had a really good team. They were led by a very high overall rated quarterback, but that quarterback has since gone to the NFL. They do have a very high overall running back. We'll talk about that next time, so make sure you don't miss it. Hit that bell icon on the bottom right or scroll down to the sub button, and definitely tap that bell icon so you're notified of when these videos go live. This series every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, and Thursday. We have Madden 25 content, so we'll see you over there, as well as we'll see you back here in Palo Alto as we try to get our first top 25 victory of the season.